This is Musings and Counsel from London Baker Law with Debbie London Baker.
We have in studio today is attorney Debbie Baker. Good morning, Debbie. How are you?
I'm great. And you?
Debbie Baker is with LondonBakerLaw.com. London Baker Law, serving your probate and estate planning needs. Now, before you turn that dial because you think, that's not me, I don't have a need for probate or estate planning or those kinds of things because I'm either young or I'm never going to die or I don't own anything or I don't want to leave anything to my heirs, so none of that stuff matters to me. Gonna punch you in the gut and tell you you need to listen to today's episode. All right, Debbie, you got in this morning, and I know off air as we were getting started, I mentioned to you a little story. Maybe we can get into it a little bit later, but the fact of the matter is everyone's going to die. That's
the only thing we can't get out of.
That's right.
We don't have to pay taxes, but we will die.
No, that's right. As a matter of fact, taxes is one of those things that our lawmakers have proven to us that they can get away with not paying. Maybe,
well, that's true too.
Or some big corporations. But the fact is, yes, everyone is going to die. And if you have a car, or maybe you're just renting an apartment and you don't have a whole lot of things, but maybe the fact of the matter is, you want to have the end of life kind of details shored up in the event that happens, no matter your age. Now is the time to think of this stuff, not when you are pressed, maybe on your deathbed, or maybe even worse, something tragic happens and your family's got to deal with it. So let's talk this stuff through, and maybe it'll flip a switch with somebody that's listening this morning, and I hope that it does because it's super, super important. We care about you, our listeners, and so does Debbie, and that's why we brought her in today. So, by the way, if you're scoring at home and you want to get information after the show is over, go to LondonBakerLaw.com. All the contact info is right there. You can contact Debbie directly and talk about kinds of services she offers. All right, Debbie, let's dive right in. What are some of the basic steps of getting started with estate planning?
Well, people don't know, and one of the reasons I'm sure they don't do it is they always think it's going to be overwhelming to do. I told a prospect recently, if you pull together your information, you'll be better off than you are now, even if you don't hire me. I mean, you just want to have it.
Just knowing what you've got in the house.
Just knowing what you've got. And a lot of people have a lot more than they think they know. So the first step we want people to do is we want them to inventory their stuff. I love the word stuff. I actually think the article I got these ideas from even used the word stuff. And stuff is tangible and intangible stuff. So you can look around now. If you're driving, you can look around now, and one of the tangible things you own is your car. But you also have probably things in there that is stuff, not of value necessarily. Who knows? Flashlights, pens, paper, earbuds. Right? Exactly. Your phone.
Those things are expensive.
Your
by the
phone.
way.
That's all stuff. But the tangible personal property is generally furniture, fixtures, jewelry, paintings, collectibles, coins, stamps, whatever, all of those tangible things. Your home would count. It's real property. It's a kind of a different category, but it would count as stuff versus things you can hold in your hand. All of us have things that have great sentimental value, which we don't know how to get rid of, and we're going to let our children deal with it when we die. At least I will. But all that's your tangible stuff. And then there's your intangible things. Your intangible things are your liquid assets, your investments, your IRAs.
Life insurance,
anything that's got a liquid value, like it's got a cash value of some sort. You want to inventory that, because the thing I found is when I did mine, my husband and I had more than I thought we had. It wasn't that we had a lot, but we had more than we thought we had.
Sure. You have accounts that you forget about, or...
Oh, people have those all the time. And I know somebody who had quite a bit of money, and somebody told them, don't put all your money in one bank. And they opened up, I think at the time, the FDIC insurance limit was $100,000. So they opened up 10 or 12 different accounts.
Oh, my.
Each with $100,000.
Trying to
and when
protect,
they died,
yeah.
Nobody knew about it
right.
but the person who had the accounts. So you want to inventory your stuff. And that's really a good thing to do. Something else you want to do in terms of inventorying is you want to think if you've got a number of people you want to give things to, leave things to, you want to see how you can divide things up equitably as much as you can, which does not mean equally, but equitably. So if you've got one child you know would love your antique chest, and you've got another child you know would like your sterling silver, let's say, or whatever that might be at this point. Not that they have the same financial value, but you want to allocate that one gets the chest and one gets the sterling silver. And you want to ask them beforehand so you don't give the wrong thing to the wrong person wondering, didn't you love them enough to give them what they wanted?
This has been Musings and Counsel from London Baker Law. Learn more at londonbakerlaw.com. Thanks for listening.